Hi guys, hi my loves, welcome back to another video. Today is that day. Story time. I think I've been singing and singing like a chorus in my previous videos that I'm going to tell you about my experience with a certain Mzungu guy. Okay, Mzungu guy. Sijui hata anafanya air quotes za nini. He was a Mzungu guy. He showed me pepe. This guy showed me pepe. Oh God. Hey, it is a sad story, but I may say it nikiwa nacheza but well, anyway, okay. Kakiona. If there is a noise in the background, please bear with me. I needed a fan sababu kuna joto and I cannot do my video in peace na hii joto yote, so I needed a fan right here next to me ndio I can just talk to you guys bila kusweat sana, bila joto kunimaliza. I have one of my dresses on. Sijui kama nitasimama kidogo muone. Aka kadresi kananibamba. I think sijui nitafanya nini. I think I need a photo to show you guys. I'll try and take a photo after this. Kama si full, just like yenye itaonesha dress yote, and then I'll insert it in the video if I can. I'll try. Today I'm wearing very simple makeup, as you can see. Nothing in the eyes, just a bit of glitter kidogo sana, and then a baby wing. My wings are really zinanibamba. Seeing as I'm a beginner and this is like my small beat, but the wing looks really nice, ndio guys. Yeah, so nilijitahidi. I was nilifanya mkono as steady as I possibly can, just to make my eyes just a bit longer. Sikuwa nataka dramatic wing because I'm not so good at it pia, so sitaki kujiharakisha alafu ni mess. So let me just start with a little baby wing. As you can see, tudogo tu but tuzuri. They make my eyes longer, which is lovely. Nikafanya brows, just some powder and a lip. Done. Leo sikuwa nataka ma blending nyingi, so I decided to make it as simple as possible. This is it guys. So this guy, I met this guy, sitataja jina yake. Let me just say this guy. Please bear with me, sitaki pia issues. Although I think I saw on Facebook he was being tagged a few years ago that he died. I'm not so sure. I'm not sure how true that is. But ni watu wa kwao because he was Australian na ni mabeshto huko kwao ndo walikuwa wamemtag on Facebook. So because we were friends, I got the notification. Na walikuwa wanasema rest in peace so and so, you died so young. But then he must have been young juu when I dated him I think he was 27. He was 30 and I was 22 at the time. Yeah, it's a while back. This is in 2014. Sasa wacha niwaambie vile tulipatana na hiki kimutu. Yes, obviously wanakai shindo, my God, ulinitoa hapo, thank you. And in this story, girls, I want you to take home one lesson, just one. Tafadhali, Mzungu ni binadamu. Don't kill yourself because you want to be with a Mzungu. Please don't. It's not worth it. Your life is always so much better than anything, than any car, than any house that someone's going to get you. So always love yourself before anything else. So this guy, I met him in 2014. Tuli meet in Turkana County. He was working there and I was working there in the oil, where the oil was being extracted. So we met, we talked. Hatukuongea sana actually. We talked kidogo, then we agreed we are going to start dating and we started. And this guy told me, tutatoka hapa, we are going to go to Nairobi. Good thing about me, I am a mom. I have one child. I have a daughter. And good thing about me is anyone that I meet, the first thing that I will tell them is that I'm a mother. Ujuange if we are moving on from that statement or we are not. Because some people are just not okay with you having a child. They don't like to date single mothers. They don't want to be with single mothers. It's okay. But I'll just tell you from the beginning, from the onset, ndo usiende, don't go in a relationship thinking ati huyu basi ni slay queen kumbe ama single mom. So mi wambia mtu, take it or leave it because my child is a priority sana. So I told him and he was like, it's okay, bring your child. Aki, I was so happy. Umeikuwa excited? I was so excited, guy. Nikasema this guy hata mind mtoi. Nikajua Mungu amenipatia husband. Lo and behold, yo, I saw Pepe. But anyway, wacha niwaambie sasa, wacha niache kuambia hivyo na hata sijawaambia story. So tumetoka from Turkana, akaniambia ni resign job, nika resign. Hey, mzungu naye umekatiwa na mtungozi white, amekubali mtoto wako, utangoja? I was like, let's go tomorrow. So nikaandika notice, but I did not rush ati nikatorokea job or anything. I talked to my manager and my supervisor, nikawaambia what was going on. Pia ku get advice. Unajua sometimes you may be rushing into something that you don't know. So nikasema let me just talk to a few people. So nikaongea na manager wetu, nikaongea na my supervisor, nikawaambia. Manager akaniita kwa ofisi akaniuliza how do I feel with him. Nikamwambia is okay, he treats me well. Although hatuko tumedate for long, nakwambia hata mwezi haikuisha sana. Akaniambia I need you to quit the job because yeye alikuwa na transfer from Kenya anaenda kuwork sasa Afghanistan. Unajua pia kuna oil rigs huko sana. So he was moving there, alikuwa mpata job ingine, better paying job. I don't blame him. Of course ukipata greener pastures you go. So alikuwa amepata a better paying job in Afghan. So alikuwa anatoka from Kenya na hama. So akaniambia I don't want to leave you here in the camp. I want to leave you settled in Nairobi and I want you to bring your daughter and we can go together to Nairobi. And then alikuwa na fly out I guess 3 weeks after sasa tumehama. After sasa ametuacha Nairobi, after nimequit job 3 weeks later he was supposed to go to start his new job. So mimi nikaandika notice, contract yetu ilikuwa ya 3 months so they needed a 2-week notice. So nikaandika notice, nikapeleka kwa ofisi. I talked to them, nikawaelewesha. I just told them please don't take this as a nini. It is what it is. Nishawaambia the situation and they were like yeah, we are happy for you. If it works out we are happy. If it does not, please come back. But then they told me that because I was a very very good employee and I used to do my job really well and kila mtu they used to love me so much. So alikuwa ananiambianga isipo work just come back. We know, we are praying that it does, but if it does not, please don't be ashamed to come back. We are always here for you and we'll always have a place for you here. I was so thankful. Kasema okay sawa. So tukatoka. My daughter was in Lokichar with my aunt at the time. Lokichar in Turkana County. For those of you who know, if you don't, iko Turkana County, inaitwa Lokichar. So my daughter alikuwa huko at the time with my aunt, Nona. So alikuwa na kana aunt yangu, so nikasema I'll go pick my daughter. Tukaenda Lodwar, alikuwa ametumbukia flight from Lodwar. So tukachukua ndege. My daughter was 2 years old at the time. I remember wakati tuko kwa airport and the plane was turning. Juu sasa ilikuwa hiyo time hakukuwa na flight nyingi kama sasa. I think it was only 540 that was going to Lodwar at the time. Ni kitambo by the way guys. So hiyo plane ilikuwa inakuja from Nairobi in the morning, ina land Lodwar around 8 and then another flight out at 9. And that was I think the only flight going to Lodwar at that time. So vile ndege imetua and then sasa inakuja igeuke wenye wako washuke and then sasa sisi tuende. My daughter aliscream, anashindwa hiki kitu kubwa hivi inakuja kutugonga because the airport in Lodwar was small at the time. Sijui saizi by the way, sijakuwa huko in a while. But the airport kalikuwa kadogo sana. Kalikuwa tu na ka building Kenya watu wana nini. Hata tulikuwa tunapeana tu passport, wana check tu list kwa karatasi. Not passport ID, wana check list kwa karatasi if your name is there. If you've been booked, they just had a paper. Iko hata ati computerized. I think they had computers but they print out the list. Jua kukuwa place ya check-in nini no. Hata mtu angeingia kwa hiyo ndege hata na bomu. Mungu, now that I'm thinking about it, tukaingia, tukaenda Nairobi. Let me just try and say it as fast as possible. Kufika Nairobi, tukakaa vizuri, imagine, because we only stayed for 3 weeks and then alikuwa anaenda job Afghan for a month. Nakwambia it was paradise. It was heaven on earth. It was lovely. Yani nilikuwa na enjoy. I was in love. I was young. I was feeling so lucky. Nilikuwa sema God thank you. Umetufungulia tu njia. Thank you. Mtu akatoka. Tumekaa vizuri, akaenda Afghan, akarudi. Wacha sasa shida zianze. First things first, he did not want to hear about my family. Remember that same year I had lost my mom. Earlier that year, I lost my mom in March and I met this guy in August, September. Tukahamia Nairobi tulimit August, tukahamia Nairobi September. Imagine my family bado walikuwa na grieve loss of my mom. I am the firstborn, so I had a response. Hata nikiwa job, I used to take care of my sisters financially. I used to send them money, tunasaidiana na my dad because I didn't want my dad to bear all the burdens. So I used to help out, tunasaidiana tu hapa na pale. So this guy took me to Nairobi knowing all this because I told him, me, part of my thing is I'll always be honest with him. Because I don't want you to now at I want money for something, so you start telling me at you. And you know the agreement when we were living Lord nini Turkana County was, I will give you the same amount of your salary, maybe more, to take care of your family so that you don't feel that gap. You understand? Because before I get maybe to a business or something, so I told him, I take care of my sisters, and if you can help me to be doing that, because now you're taking me out of my job, remember, you're taking me out of my job and I still need to take care. He was like, no problem, I'll give you some money, maybe same as your salary. That is not for anything else in the house, that is just for your family. And then I'll also take care of the bills of the house, food and whatever else you may need. But I'll give you the same amount you earn to take care of your family. I was like, okay, sawa. I was down with that to begin with, because najua mtu akiofa hivyo then you can go and increase it with time. But now that I knew there was that possibility, I was happy. We nani akupe Thank God I'm not really a spendthrift. Naweza sema me I know how to manage money somehow. I'm not an expert, but I usually huwa na arrange my priorities like this. Mi siwezi tumia my money up to my last cent wakati najua anytime I can get a phone call for an emergency or something. I always have to save a bit. So ile pesa alikuwa ananipea for my pocket money, hiyo ndo nilikuwa na save. Alafu good thing he did not know M-Pesa, so I could put money in my M-Pesa and not carry cash. Juu saa zingine wazimu zake zikiamka anapitia tu kibeti yake aone kama uko na pesa, you know. Not to take it, just to know if he needs to give you more or you still have cash. So nilikuwa nikipata ka 5k na deposit kwa M-Pesa. Nikibakisha ile nabakisha, because if I need a shoe and I want a shoe and I tell him that I want a shoe, atanipea pesa but he still wants to see the shoe. So I'll buy, nibakishe do, then hizo naweka kwa simu. So that's how I used to take care of my family without him even knowing, because hata kutuma pesa he could not know that I'm sending money. Unaona? My goodness guys. Hey, huyu mtu alikuja akachange. Now sasa after ametoka Afghan sasa akakuja Kenya. Alienda huko sijui alikosana. He had this issue with anger. Alikuwa hawezangi kumanage anger yake. Akikasirika like he goes off. Anaenda analipuka, anaongea vibaya, anavunja vitu. He was that kind of person. So huko sijui amefanya nini na boss, bang meza, sijui amefanya nini, akatumiwa email akaambiwa job imeisha. Now he's stressed, he doesn't have a job. He's trying to look for another job hapati. He did not tell me yet. Alikuja kuniambia siku moja. Sasa hii stress yote na hii hasira yake ikakuwa sasa double. I'm telling you, one day I was sleeping and I remember that day I was not feeling well. Nilikuwa naumwa na kichwa. This guy was a medic, so alikuwa na dawa nyingi sana kwa nyumba, like ukiumwa na kichwa ako na dawa nini, like he had like a medicine nini. So akanipatia dawa fulani inaitwa Valium. Valium, you take it and it makes you drowsy, so ina kill pain but pia inakupea usingizi sana. Akaniambia just take this because tunaenda kulala, if it knocks you out just sleep, it's okay. So I took 1 tablet of Valium. Mimi huwa sipendi dawa mpaka saizi. I'm not even a medicine person. So be hata even with Panadol, hata nikiumwa na kichwa just take 1 tablet. I don't like medicine, so I don't take 2. And 1 works for me fine because I hardly take medicine. So ako kavali mda wako kameni knockout. Tukalala. Kumbe huyu mtu ako stress because he used to spend money like crazy. Na mimi hakuwa niambia na how much. So hata akispend kwetu mimi nafikiria anaspend akijua balance yake ni ngapi yenye iko kwa account. Kumbe yeye uspend almost to the last cent, juu anajua tu ataenda job anyway. Job ndio imekatika. And he was sent the email after being home for 2 weeks. So tumespend. Kumbe ile pesa amebakisha ni kidogo, and he knows it cannot sustain us plus rent. Tulikuwa tunaishi rented apartment. I think we used to pay 100 and something thousand per month. So this guy akajua hapa ame mess. The job is gone. Na akaambiwa the problem is your issue, your anger issue, because one day I had to read the email. Nikamuuliza, now why did you do that? Anyway, so hiyo sasa hiyo stress ika bottle up. So one day he was sleeping, akashindwa kulala because of all the thoughts. He told me, akaniamsha. Ile Valium kumbuka imeni knock out, ni kama mwenye nimemeza Piriton sijui ngapi. Niko na usingizi ingine hata sisikii. So akakuja akaniita. In my head namsikia, but I thought that I was dreaming. at that time. I was in deep sleep. So nikadhania hii ni ndoto hii. Kumbe ni yeye ananiita and I did not know, you know. So akaniita twice. The third time sasa alikuja akafunua blanketi. So hapo ndo nikagutuka. Nikaamka. I was like, what's the problem? Akaniambia, I've been calling you. I've called you almost 3 times. You're not listening to me. Nini. I was like, I did not hear you. Like, you know, I took Valium. You're making excuses with the Valium. I was like, what? Excuses tena? Anyway. So nikakaa hivi nikamuuliza, what's the problem? Akaniambia, get up. I need to talk to you. Nikamwambia sawa. Sasa hizo ni saa ngapi guys? It's almost 1. Ama sijui hata ilikuwa 2. It was 2 a.m. in the morning. Sisi ndo mapopo na mashetani wenye tuko macho. So I woke up. Tukaenda sitting room. Ashapika popcorn, ameakisha TV ana watch. My daughter used to have her room. So my daughter amelala tu. Nikamuuliza what's the problem? Akaniambia, you know, I'm stressed about because I lost my job and now our money is running out and you're sleeping. I was like, how would I know that? Did you ever mention anything like that to me? No. And am I not supposed to sleep? What time is it? It's 2 a.m. in the morning. How am I not supposed to be sleeping? What else am I supposed to be doing? Why didn't you discuss this with me last night when we were seated? Hata if I knew you were that stressed, I wouldn't have slept. Tungekaa tu hapa to discuss what we shall do, nini. Akaniambia, sasa ikakuwa issue because he's ananiongelesha rudely, is like I'm the one who caused the problem. Now he's taking everything out on me. Si tukaanza kugombana. But I wasn't saying much. Mi hata nilikuwa nanyamaza because I was wondering, sasa what have I done? What's my fault here? Why are you doing this? Oh, Jesus. So nikasema, you know what? I'm tired. If you want to talk, let's talk. If you're just going to throw words at me, let me just go back to bed. Because I don't see why I'm here. And you're not even talking to me. You're just like lashing out at me. What have I done? Hey, swacha arushe hizi popcorn zake zikapepea all over the house. I'm like, what? Prior to that, he has never even laid a finger on me like this. Lakini that day, guy, akakuja, akanichukua. He threw me against the wall. He threw me, akanigonga. I actually hit my head pretty bad. Sijui hata, but nilikuwa napata headaches for a while after that. Juu niligongwa na hapa nyuma because alinishow hivi kwa ukuta, akanigongesha kichwa yangu vibaya sana. Then he strangled me. Akaninyonga. I'm like, what? Na sasa namwangalia, I was so furious. Mpaka hizi vitu anafanya I don't feel them. Hata siko na feel uchungu. Namwangalia hivi nashindwa, what can I do to you? Because I don't have the energy to fight you. Remember, in his country, he used to be in the army, so he's well built. Yani mimi kwake nikaa inzi. And I wasn't even this big at the time. I was so tiny. Guys, tulisumbana, tulivurugana. Anataka kunipiga but anashindwa atanipigia nini. Juu mimi simjibu. I don't talk back at him. I don't like shout at him. I don't do anything. I just look at him and I'm like, are you done? Hivyo tu. So anataka kunigonga, anashindwa ananigongea nini. Ananiacha. He goes back to the seat. Mimi nabaki nimesimama where he left me. I'm like, what is going on? Umesnap just like this, ni kama switch imewashwa, you are angry. Akanizungusha kwa nyumba. Akanifanyisha mavituko. He was doing this. He wants to hit me but he doesn't have a reason to. So he's just throwing things, shouting at me, insulting me, telling me how I'm sijui what. Hiyo siku, I'm telling you guys, that night was long. We did that until 4 a.m. Imagine 2 hours of nonsense. Akaona now he's done wrong. Ile asira ikaisha. He snapped back to reality. Guys, baba yangu, guys. This guy akaenda kwa room. Now even my daughter woke up juu ile kelele. The neighbors are up because of the noise. Akienda kwa mlango akichungulia, anaona neighbors anasema I called the police. You know, he smashed my phone. Ndani alinunua hiyo simu wa Samsung phone. Akaivunja. Akaismash against the nini, alikanyanga, aligongesha chini and then he stepped on it like this. He stamped on it. My phone died. Asema ati I want to call the police on him. After amejua sha mess up, na he doesn't know how to apologize at that state. He took a bunch of pills, painkillers. I think he took like 50 pills. Sure, akameza. I tried to take them from him. Alinirusha kwa kitanda kama nylon. Nikaanguka kwa bed. He swallowed the pills. Guys, imagine he swallowed the pills. All of them. Alifungua packet mzima, akamwaga kwa mkono, zikaja, akameza zote na maji. Nikaanza kushtuka, nikasema mama yangu, mtu if he dies, I will be blamed and I didn't do anything. Oh Lord, oh Lord, what do I do? What do I do? I started begging him. I was like, please, let's go to the hospital. Please don't die here. You will cause me trouble. You will cause me trouble. How can I explain that you took pills by yourself? How can I explain that? Before I explain that, nitakuwa jela. Where will my daughter go? Aki, nilikuwa na stress. Guys, that day I cried. I called my mother like 59 times. I was like, Mom, just come here and take us to heaven. Junza nilikuwa nashindwa, what can I do? Akakataa na akakataa. Mimi nikajua, wewe kaa tu. Zikianza kukuweza, I'll go and call for help. Juu nilikuwa najua if I call people wataanza fracas na wao, and I did not want that. So I waited. So amemeza hizo pills, it was around 4:30. Sasa in the morning my daughter hata ameshtuka, amekuja tumeholdiana hivi na my daughter kwa kiti, tunatetemeka. Me, I'm stressed. I'm thinking who can I call, and I did not want to call my father. Aki ningempatia stress. I did not want to do that. So tumeshikana hivi kwa kiti na my daughter, tunaangaliana, tunashindwa what can we do. My goodness. Guys, mi nikatoka naenda tunamchungulia. Juu sasa we were in this living room, tumekaa kwa kiti yako bedroom. Sasa namwangalia kama amewezeka, niite cab tumpeleke ama ambulance tumpeleke. Nachungulia nakuta bado ako na nguvu. So nikaenda the last time nikakuta sasa ameanza kukua pale. Zile dawa sasa zimemweza kabisa. I'm telling you, he took 50 pills. Sijui hata maeneo mtu ili survive aje that. Jesus. Guy. Anyway. Tulikuwa tunaishi West. So at around, it took about an hour. So unajua pills, I think before they break and they start dissolving and entering the bloodstream, it takes some time. So about 5:30 nikaona amewezeka. I called the cab guy that we usually use. And then I called the caretaker wa hiyo place. And then nikawaambia, cab ikifika, kujeni na driver wa cab mnisaidie kuweka this guy kwa gari. Kuniambia nini mbaya madam, nasikia huku kumekuwa na kelele because the caretaker did not used to live there, but alikuwa amefika. Nikamwambia nitakwambia tu, wewe akifika just come. Cab driver naye nikamwambia harakisha, it's an emergency. Uzuri alikuwa hapo Sankara, and from Sankara to where we used to stay is like 3 minutes drive, haikuwa mbali. So driver akatoka mbio, they used to hang up hapo Sankara and then wanangojea customers hapo. So akakuja mbio. 2 minutes 3 minutes alikuwa ashafika, wakakuja kwa nyumba. Nikamwambia mtu amemeza madawa, let's take him to the hospital. Akaniambia sawa. The caretaker akaniambia na mkirudi we have to talk about mlikose scene jana hapa. It was a very nice place. Unajua wapendi hizo kelele. Nikamwambia wewe wacha kwanza aende hapo and I will come back. So tukaenda, tukafika hosi, tulimpeleka MP hapo West. It was the closest hospital. Nakwambia tulikuwa tunaenda kama wazimu. I think it took us like 8 minutes tulikuwa hosi. Tukafika, mimi na my daughter tuko hapo. Daktari wakafika. You know, they told me that if it was like 10-15 minutes later he would have died. Mimi ningeanza wapi mtoto wenyewe? So akatibiwa, akaanza kuwekewa antidote. Good thing nilichukua ile chupa ya zile dawa. Nikapelekea daktari nikamwambia amemeza hii yote mzima. All the tablets that were in there, he swallowed them all. Akaanza kuniambia let's treat him and then we need to talk. We need to know why he did that. Nikamwambia I'll tell you everything, just treat him first. Akatibiwa akapona. Kupona anaanza kisirani. I want to leave this hospital. Anaambia you're still weak. We need to monitor your liver function. I don't care. I'm a medic, I know. Okay. That guy was rude. Guys. Anyway, so tukatoka hapo. Alikaa kalala just that day. Mimi nikaenda home, nikakuja asubuhi na my daughter. So I called a friend of mine anaitwa Maureen. I think she will be watching this video, she will know. Nikamwambia stay with my daughter, mimi niende usini shughulike. So tukaenda, akakuwa discharged the next day. Tukachukua gari tukarudi home. Nakwambia akakuwa mtu mzuri. He became so humble. He was like, I will try every day of our lives to prove to you that I'm not that guy. I was just stressed. I wonder what came over me. Sijui nini. Alinipea my excuses kibao. Lakini mimi from there nilikuwa namwangalia kama monster. Juu I did not know who I'm dealing with anymore. Nilikuwa nashindwa, who is this guy? Who are you? Guy, mi yaki nilishtuka. I was afraid for my life. To be completely honest with you guys, I was afraid of my life, for my life. Again, I was afraid if I leave him, he might do the same and not survive. Now imagine I leave and then he kills himself, na mi nimeenda. Who will be suspected? Me. Mwenye hata sina lawyer. Nitaanza wapi? I'm like, oh my goodness. So nikajua, akili kaniambia, Esterina, you need to think. You need to think and you need to think. I was like, okay. I will stay with him. Akirecover, I will trick him to go to his country. Unajua akishapanda ndege ya kwao, na mimi niende kwetu na ajui village yetu iko wapi. Me and him were done. So tukaka. He was still weak for a few days. Just zile dawa zilitake a huge toll on his body. But he was so humble. He was so nice. So nikamwambia Reese, you do akisiku nitafuta jina yake. Nikamwambia you don't have a job. We don't have any source of income at the moment. Why don't you go back to your country? If you find another job, and then we can come back. But at least there, because you have your people, we can, because you have your people, we can just, you can be fine. You can have a place to stay. Your mom is there. So why don't you go back? Let them take care of you for a while until you find another job, and then we can pick it up from there. He was like, okay, let's do that. Akia Mungu. I was like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Because that was my intention, just for him to go back to his country. At least I know he's safely gone, and then I can go back to my life. I did not, guys, wacha nikwambie ladies, I did not care about that house at that moment. Hiyo nyumba kwangu ilikuwa inakaa kama iko na miba. I felt like I was in a prison. Not that I cannot, not because I could not live, but like that environment for me was so toxic. I did not care about how lavish the house looked. I did not care about everything in that house. I was so looking forward to go back to my village, to my small tiny house where there is peace. Hiyo ndo kitu nilikuwa na crave more than anything, peace. And just genuine love, and just to be around people who make me smile. That is all I could think about. I did not care about the money. I did not care. He fixed my phone because Samsung at the time, they had an insurance. So if your phone breaks within, I think a year, must be 3 months of buying it, they fix anything for free. So because he had smashed the phone with his leg, even the motherboard was dead. It was not just the screen. So they needed to replace the screen and the motherboard. So they did that. My phone was brand new again. I gave it back to me. So I just stayed with him, and he booked his flight. I think we stayed for like a week after the hospital thing, and then he was flying out. And I still had a few days in the house, I think 4 days before the month was over, so I could still stay there, but I did not want to. That house was big, it was lavish, it was beautiful, but I hated being there. I just wanted to be in my small village house, kabisa. So I packed my stuff, and I took my daughter and we left. So I still talked to him, make sure amepanda ndege. Even after he went to his country, to be honest, I did not just cut communication like that. I still checked on him once in a while, hi, until we stopped for good. Ladies, these white people, they are good. I'm not saying everyone is bad. I've actually encountered one that was really, really nice. But not all of them are like gold. Don't worship them. Don't feel like you need to prove a point. You need to kill your personality to fit what he wants you to be, just because he's white and he'll buy you this and he'll buy you that. That stress that he's putting you under. If you cannot find a guy who will just accept you the way you are and not treat you badly, and also you need to learn of their behaviors. If they have these toxic behaviors, toxic tendencies, walk away. Right away, walk away. Just go. It's not worth it. Black or white, I'm not just saying white people. Even blacks, there are people who are so toxic. Hey, see, I've seen it with my own eyes. Not like I've not seen it. I've seen it. Let's take care of ourselves. Let's love ourselves. That was my first Mzungu story that I ever encountered. It took me years before Mzungu could tell me hi and I would say hi back. Trust me, the trauma that I went through with that guy. No. I was like, Mzungus is a no for me. But nikakuja nikarealize not everyone is the same. It is an individual. It's not a race. It's an individual. So I was like, okay, we can try. That is my story. I have another one that I'll give you guys. Pole pole. Like this video, share, and let me know down in the comments your experience, either with a white or black guy that put you through hell. Let me know about it. I love you guys so much. Kindly subscribe to my channel, watch my other videos, like, share, and leave a comment down below. Also, click on the notification bell icon so you'll be notified anytime I post another video. Thank you guys. I love you. Bye.